Is Sister Wives Kody actually a gentleman now amid Coyote past redivision? Signs that he's not blaming and shaming his exes anymore. Sister Wives star Kody Brown has done his fair share of blaming since 3 wives, Janelle, Mary, and Cristin Brown, left him, but maybe he's changing his mind, as he's decided to give 2 exes, Janelle and Mary, bigger shares of the Brown family's Coyote pastland. In fact, it seems like Kody's awakened to the fact that he really hurt these women, even if he didn't mean to. Now, Kody is playing the gentleman, and it may not be a PR move. It could come straight from the heart. His newly graceful manners look so good on him. In the past, Kody was often irritable and suspicious. Now, he seems to be opening his heart. Life is short, and it shouldn't be spent shaming wives that he didn't love as much as Robin Brown. There is so much more to being alive. By granting Janelle and Mary larger shares of Coyote Pass, he's extending an olive branch. You ought to know that Kody has been as bitter as Alanis Morissette was in that famous breakup song. However, people change. He's not here to remind Mary and Janelle how they failed him anymore. Back in his angrier days, he would say almost anything. Maybe he regrets the words he uttered in anger. Most people do. While his comment seems somewhat lighthearted, that Barb probably really stung. No woman wants to hear this, and you better believe he knows that. In fact, the double-edged sword nature of the diss shown above actually makes it worse. There's the usage of favorite to throw Mary off balance, while she really mulls over the deeper meaning, which is that he's so glad it's over. Above, Janelle's getting out of Dodge, leaving Flagstaff, Arizona for a brand new life in North Carolina, as seen in the Instagram post above. She plans to build a home there, one that's just for her, designed to fit her preferences as a strong single woman who's come so far in her life. This is something that Janelle richly deserves. Janelle's a salt-of-the-earth woman who loves the simple life, the blue sky, the lush trees, the fragrant flowers, hugs and good meals and laughter. She's a Taurus to the core. That's why I found it so jarring when Kody called her the Teflon Queen. Yes, he was angry. Everyone gets mad sometimes. He was saying that she doesn't take accountability for all that she's done wrong, but maybe, just maybe, she thinks that he's done so much worse. He promised her a rose garden, and what did she get? Loneliness. He says they have a spiritual connection, but it seems like Janelle's been on a journey of self-discovery since she left him. She's finding herself and so open about her life. I'm not sure why Kody thinks she's shady enough to shirk responsibility for her actions. It seemed like she did a lot for him until the pandemic hit. Then she was cut adrift, and it obviously wasn't easy for her. Janelle's felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. In my opinion, she's a good-hearted person, and it's terrible that she and Kody lost their wonderful son, Garrison Brown. The gravity of this awful event is hard to put into words. Now that she's learning to go it alone, she is soaring and finding a new purpose. Maybe Kody's starting to understand that these are good women who wanted a husband who loved them. The fact that he was so consumed with Robin was really the biggest issue in the family. If he sees them as they really are, sweet females who wanted more from a man, more than he could give, they don't seem like villains. It's possible that he now sees them clearly, rather than through a glass darkly. To watch Kody bloom through consideration for the women who loved him so much for so long is inspiring. When I found out that Kody was redividing the Coyote Passland, I felt so happy. It seemed so fair and right. At this stage, I'm really rooting for him. He is clearly trying to do something new and different, something that's good for the women he shares children with. Kody's motivations don't matter as much as his actions. What we do means a lot more than what we say. By taking this step, Kody's showing the world that he is a true gentleman. In the trailer for Sister Wives Season 19, the family's at odds, but it doesn't have to stay that way forever. And it shouldn't. When the land is sold, Mary and Janelle will be entitled to more money, which they need to build lives outside plural marriage. He's honoring them by saying, "You helped to build the family," without actually uttering those words. Sometimes it's what we don't say that says the most. Sister Wives Kody Brown is moving to a new plateau, a place where the women who aren't his wives anymore are treated with the utmost respect, as they should be. As he respects them, they'll respect him. This reciprocity could change everything, bringing peace to a family that's been at war that not even the most loyal Sister Wives viewers saw coming. Kody Brown, once king of the blame game, might actually be evolving. Yes, that's right. The man known for his wild hair flips, dramatic monologues, and relentless deflection of responsibility may just be making his gentleman era debut, all against the dusty backdrop of the long-awaited Coyote Pass redivision. But before we throw a fedora on him and start calling him Kody with class, let's explore the curious signs that indicate he might finally be letting go of the old narrative, the one where his ex-wives are the problem and he's just a misunderstood polygamist prince. 1. No more "they betrayed me" speeches. Once upon a time, actually, every episode from seasons 14 through 17, Kody could hardly speak a sentence without inserting some variation of "they betrayed me." They weren't loyal, or the classic "they ganged up on me." But in recent footage and post-split interviews, a surprising shift in tone has emerged. Instead of rehashing the old narrative, Kody's begun talking more about respecting different journeys and honoring the past. Is it therapy talk? Possibly. But is it also suspiciously mature? Absolutely. 2. Coyote Pass, the Great Compromise. For years, the land at Coyote Pass has been a symbol of hopes, dreams, and deeply buried resentment. The original plan for one big house shattered faster than Cristin's faith in polygamy. Now with the family fractured, the redivision of the land could have been Kody's last stand, a final opportunity to assert dominance or make backhanded digs. Instead, sources and sneak peeks suggest he's doing something unexpected, actually listening. According to Cristin, who's been candid yet classy in her interviews, Kody didn't railroad the division. In fact, he agreed to rework things fairly, ensuring Janelle, his closest ally turned cautious co-parent, had a rightful share. Even Mary, who is often left out of family planning, seems to be getting consideration. We never thought we'd say this, but Kody might be approaching real estate with real respect. 3. A lack of Robin-centric grants. When Cristin left, Kody's reaction was raw, unfiltered, and, let's be honest, a bit obsessed with how unfair it was to Robin. Every time one wife left, Robin's feelings became the emotional measuring stick for how Kody processed grief. But lately, he's been more subdued, even letting Robin speak for herself. In one telling moment, Robin expressed sadness over the new family dynamic, and Kody didn't jump in to reiterate how she's the only wife who tried. Instead, he nodded solemnly and said, "It's been hard on all of us." Equal emotional airtime? That's basically growth in Kody speak. 4. Owning his role a little bit. The internet gasped when, in a recent tell-all, Kody admitted, "Maybe I didn't handle things the right way." Sure, it was followed by a vague disclaimer. We were all under pressure. But still, the words came out of his mouth. For a man who once pointed fingers with Olympic precision, even a half apology feels groundbreaking. He also stopped short of blaming Cristin for poisoning the well, a phrase that used to roll off his tongue with Shakespearean bitterness. Instead, he talked about years of incompatibility. That's practically a TED talk coming from Kody. 5. Kind words for Janelle. Janelle and Kody's relationship has always been built more on respect than romance. But things hit a rough patch after her fierce loyalty to Cristin drove a wedge between them. In past seasons, Kody bristled at her independence. Now, he seems to admire it. In a candid one-on-one, Kody said, "Janelle's always been strong. She's a great mom and she did what she thought was right." No sarcasm, no bitterness, just a genuine statement. He even expressed regret that their communication broke down, admitting, "We just drifted, it wasn't her fault." Honestly, we had to rewind to make sure we heard that right. 6. Less screen time equals less drama. Interestingly, Kody's been stepping back, at least on camera. Whether it's a strategic retreat or genuine exhaustion, the result is the same. Fewer moments where he unloads frustration onto his exes. The new season seems more focused on the women's individual stories, and Kody's appearances feel quieter, more reflective. Could this be a sign he's realizing the show isn't about him anymore? 7. Supporting the kids without taking credit. In the past, Kody had a habit of bringing up the kids as a way to score points, especially when someone questioned his parenting. But lately, he's been focusing more on the big picture. He's mentioned wanting to be there for all his kids, even the ones who don't talk to him, and instead of blaming their mothers for the distance, he started talking about rebuilding trust. He even praised Cristin and Janelle for raising great kids, a rare moment of appreciation not wrapped in resentment.